Jalen Rose, all of the attention and the focus of the anthem protests are on a gentleman by the name of Colin Kaepernick. Well, there was also, right next to him, side by side, Eric Reid. Eric Reid, very talented safety, was out of the league until he just recently got picked up by the Panthers. Colin Kaepernick tweeted in support of Eric Reid, "Congrats to my brother, Eric Reid, all-pro safety who should have been signed the first day of free agency, who has signed a football contract. He was the first person to kneel alongside me. Eric is a social justice warrior, continues to support his family and communities in need." Jalen Rose, how do you feel about Eric Reid signing with the Panthers?
It's a great day for me that in a lot of ways your political belief didn't cost you your career, and that's what America should be about. And he's proven to be one of the best players at playing football, in particular the safety position in the world. So therefore, him not having a job was nothing to do with his performance. So I see it as something that should have been only a matter of time, but I applaud that time is now. No coincidence, and I'm not going to go negative Jacoby here, but if you are the Carolina Panthers and you want to improve your football team.
Yeah, let's get the best
That's why you bring him in.
Yep.
Number two, change the narrative around your team from one that just had to force its owner to sell the team.
For good reason.
For a great reason. And so now the conversation isn't about the past owner. It's about them signing Eric Reid. So it's a hat tip toward the NFL. However, the difference is Eric Reid plays safety, not necessarily the notable position in football, versus Colin Kaepernick, who plays the face of the franchise position.
Good point.
Quarterback. So therefore, owners clearly have not wanted somebody with his social status playing that very important and visible position, which is why when you look at all of the quarterbacks, starters, second string, third strings, he's shown that he should be able to have a job, but he still doesn't.
He hasn't had a job for quite some time, and he's getting a lot of attention for his social justice, protests, and also his continued support for just social justice. Is there a part of Colin Kaepernick, do you think, that doesn't want to play in the NFL?
I think what you start to learn as a player is only X amount of players get remembered for everything they accomplished as athletes. So when you talk about the NBA, of course you're going to talk in this era about a Michael Jordan, a Magic or a Larry, 80s and 90s. And you're going to talk about Shaq and Kobe and D. Wade and LeBron and Tim Duncan. And now you're going to talk about the Warriors. But everybody else, people remember moments.
Sure.
They appreciate what you've accomplished, but ultimately that's just a score of the game. What Colin Kaepernick did with kneeling, it became something bigger than the sport, and now it's about the game of life. He won a lot more awards and respect from people by that stance than he would have ever by winning the Super Bowl as a quarterback playing football.
So do you think there is a part of him that is happy with where he's at and is joyed of everything that's happened to him, and if he gets a phone call saying, hey, we want to work you out, that he would say, you know what, I'm actually on a different path right now?
The reason why I know he's happy where he is, and he's gotten criticized this unfairly by a lot of people, because he's not standing on the table screaming about trying to get a job. He's not putting up social media videos every week showing that he's still in the gym. He's not doing puff pieces of interviews trying to talk about why he should be in the league instead of X named quarterback, i.e. the guy right now replacing Jimmy Garoppolo. Somebody tell me his name.
C.J. Beathard?
Correct. And so
we looked him up, and the guy behind him, Nick Mullins, I believe his name is, never heard of him. Never heard of him, never thrown a pass in the NFL. Like, they're one hit away. The 49ers are one hit away from a guy, I believe his name is Nick Mullins. I'm sorry if I got his name wrong.
That's the point.
But I had never heard of him, and we looked him up, just no stats. Couldn't find stats on him.
And let me show you how narratives work. Now for Eric Reid, he gets to hold the esteem that my integrity was never compromised. I got a job. He's going to play well, and now he's going to continue to have the long career he was going to have initially, regardless of whether he chose to protest or not. And that and playing football will be on equal footing.